you're going to be put on desk duty. You're going to be suspended for a period, and your weapon's going to be taken away from you. Now, my concern is that at least the gentleman, Mr. Zimmerman, should not have been released. He should have been held in custody for this investigation. There is some charge, whether it be involuntary manslaughter or something, but there's a charge that has to happen. But I am very disappointed in some of my colleagues in Congress for some of the behavior that you see. You know, wearing hoodies on the House floor and some of the speeches that have been given. Because I think that you have individuals out there that are fueling this situation for the wrong reason. To the point where we're starting to create a very ugly racial tension in this country. And we're really forgetting the loss of life of that young man. So, you know, I think that up there at Sanford, Florida, there were some missteps, mishandling initially. That's why I said that that police chief should have been relieved of his duties because something should have been done. Look, we identified Osama bin Laden tens of thousands of miles away from here in a couple hours. Trayvon Martin sat for 72 hours before he was identified. I take umbrage with that. And then the other thing, like I said, a person discharged a weapon against an unarmed individual and they were allowed to still walk free with their concealed weapons license. Something needs to be done about that. However, we don't need people that are coming into Sanford, Florida and trying to use that for an own agenda. Now, stand your ground law. I have a concealed weapons license. Stand your ground law does not apply to what happened in Sanford, Florida whatsoever.
Yeah, to try to leverage that.
Well, that's what I'm talking about, people that are taking a tragedy and trying to use it for their own event. I am a federal official. The stand your ground law is a state law. If you want to, you know, have someone re-examine that, you need to talk to the state representatives, state senators, because the last thing you want, which is why I'm upset with a lot of my colleagues, is members of the United States Congress coming down and getting involved in a state's issue. So we have to be very careful about the direction that this case is headed. And young black men are killed every day in some inner city. And I'm sure it happens right here in Port St. Lucie. We need to pay attention to all of those occurrences as well.
But I want to say something too. My brother was also killed in black on black crime down in the Glades. They really didn't investigate. So when you say that this is getting national attention because it's about, I guess, election time, et cetera, black on black crime really go unnoticed.
That's my point.
Because I'm just saying, because my brother was killed, and all my family got was we didn't find the person, or they didn't look for the person. The person was living right there on the other side of town.
Well, that's my point.
In another part of
because
town.
You know,
so
I guess
that's why it's overlooked.
I asked some people at a town hall meeting what was the name of the young man that was shot at about the same time in January in West Palm Beach on Tamarind Avenue. No one could tell me. That's my problem.
Yep.
Cherry picking for political purposes.
And media.
Did you have a question on the same issue?
Yes, I did. Is this a major misdirection trying to move people's attention away from the real issues for the economy and all the other issues that are going on?
Well, you know, if you read the book 1984 by George Orwell.
From the Washington.
Yeah, I mean, there's always, you know, there was a song back some years ago called the Kansas City Shuffle. When you look right, they go left. That's the Kansas City Shuffle. You know, keep your eye focused. That's why I say the 17th Amendment, okay, that's fine. But what are the real issues that we have? You just talked about it. Our energy security, our economic security, and our national security.
Can I do a follow-up question?
Sure. Ask her. Just grab the mic.
Well, I just wanted to ask you is that the Black Panther Party has $1 million bounty out.
And I put out a statement saying that when you really understand our rule
is
of
that
law
legal?
and do, no, it's not. You cannot solicit for the death of an individual.
That's what I was saying. So where's Eric Holder on this? Because if it was reverse roles, and with all respect, it was the KKK saying we're putting up $1 million bounty.
That's why I'm telling you that this is starting to go off from the sublime to the ridiculous, and we're losing the focus on what really happened.
Yeah, it's just like Barbara said.
A young man that lost his life. But anytime a life is lost, we need to have the right type of focus, not try to leverage for a political agenda.
And you know, Barbara, I'm glad you brought it up because even, that was a good question because even I myself believe there's just something not right there. And I'm glad that they're furthering the investigation and hopefully something. And I
Yeah, but
agree with your
you
stance.
don't need all of the,
No, you don't.
you know,
And
that's
it's
not
in
what
the
you
same
need.
direction you were going, because I know on the white people's side, a lot of white Americans are very offended by what the Black Panther Party had put out.
Well,
Very
it
offended
shouldn't
by
be
that.
about color.
But
Every American should be offended, okay? Every
One
American
nation
should
under
be-
God, like Barbara said. Okay, we have Jerry, or I'm sorry, Jerry, is it Settle?
Jeremy?
Jeremy?
Yeah.
Jeremy, oh, is that your question?
The natural gas question, can the state just go ahead and just start taking the buses and the taxis and the police cars and go towards natural gas without?
I believe that every mass transit vehicle in the United States of America could be on natural gas. And, you know, when you look at these are private lands, estate lands, where we're getting a lot of these energy resources right now. We've got so much natural gas off the coast of Florida. You think about if we just started, the revenue sharing that will come to this state because of the royalties, the opportunities to get people to work, the second, third, and fourth order small businesses that will be created off of that technology. And then, like I said, we get all of the mass transit vehicles immediately right here in Florida on natural gas.
Can you guys do that, or do we need the president to do that? Can the state of Florida say, hey, let's take our cars and buses, or do we need the president's authorization?
It depends on where, you know, the X amount of miles off the coast is within the state, and X amount is federal. Then after that is international. So that's where you have to sit down and look at, you know, where does this all fall in line. You know, if it is within the ability of the state to do that, we should be pursuing that. Guess what? Look up the Bakken fields in North Dakota, B-A-K-K-E-N, the oil shale that they have up in North Dakota. The unemployment rate up in North Dakota is 3 to 3.5%. The federal government came in and tried to shut down what the state of North Dakota had authorized getting their people back to work, and the state of North Dakota went to court against the federal government, and it ruled in favor of the state to be able to drill for those resources. You know, we had 3 drillers, small independent drillers from Texas, Wyoming, and Colorado come to testify before our Small Business Committee. The Bureau of Land Management, the federal government level, is keeping guys from going on these federal lands to be able to go and explore for the resources we have in the United States. We got to do something. You know, I don't know if anybody here has ever been in combat. Anybody? Yeah, no. When you're in an ambush, you got to do something. Doing nothing means people die. We got to do something about our economy, our energy security. We got to do something. Let me tell you very honest. Medicare. Medicare goes bankrupt in 8 to 9 years. That is from the people in charge of Medicare. They said that in testimony last year. 5 to 6 years after that, Social Security, 25 to 30% degradation of benefits. There is no independent trust fund account for Social Security. Politicians took it and they spent it. They took it out of independent trust fund account, they put it in general operating account, and they spent it up. This whole thing about a payroll tax holiday and payroll tax cut. What's the purpose of a payroll tax?
Pay the Social Security.
It funds Social Security. So if you're cutting payroll taxes, what are you doing to Social Security? You're defunding Social Security. And when they first started, this was the year before I got there, when they first came up with this payroll tax cut, guess what happened to Social Security? First time ever ran a deficit. See, politicians will tell you something that sounds real good in the near term. But a leader will come down and tell you what you need to hear.
So you explained that so perfectly, and a lot of Republicans don't get that message through.
That's because I'm not a real smart guy, so I try to keep it simple. I mean, that's the truth. Okay, if you get this little $40, that's all right, it's nice music. If you're getting this little $40 now, when you come 65, that $40 is going to mean that you may not have that benefit. Now, we came up with a solution. If you are 55 years or older, there is no change for Medicare. I'm 51. We got to do something that says that Allen West, when he hits that age for Medicare, he'll have an option. Allen West can go into a premium support plan which says I can go out